Hello student, we are discussing Vakrokti Jeevitam of Kuntaka. We have gone through four kind of Vakroktis or obliquities, that are the phonetic obliquity, the grammatical obliquity, the lexical obliquity and the sentential obliquity or Vakya Vakrita. Now we are into the fifth category of Vakrokti or obliquity, that is the Prakarana Vakrokti or episodic obliquity. So this is a very long obliquity, so we are going to discuss it in two parts. So this is the first part in which we are discussing episodic obliquity. This Vakrata deals with the oblique use of prakarana or episode. Kuntaka says that when the intended object is capable of maintaining suspense all along and is the product of the unique boundless poetic skill underlying it, we have prakarana vakrata or episodic obliquity. What does it mean? Intended object is capable of maintaining suspense all along and is the product of something unique, boundless, poetic skill which is underlies. Here he means to say that the writer, overwhelmed with the jest of creation, creates an alluring charm in the subject matter, and according to him, this very charm is nothing but prakarana vakrita. He describes the following 9 sub-varieties of this vakrita: bhava purna sthiti vakrita, obliquity of emotional states; Uttapadya Lavanya Vakrita, obliquity of modified source story; Prakarna Upakarya Upakaraka Bhava Vakrita, obliquity of episodic relationship; Vaismaha Prakarna Vakrita, obliquity of particular event and episode; Angirasa Nisandanikasa Vakrita, obliquity of dominant rasa; Apradhana Prasanga Vakrita, obliquity of secondary episodes; Prakarna Prakarnatra Vakrita, obliquity of play within play; Sandhi Vinivaya Vakrita, obliquity of juncture. According to Kuttaka, Bhava Purna Sthiti Vakrita, obliquity of emotional state, is concerned with the state of a talented poet. Now the words or expression come out with a wild zest of enthusiasm. In other words, now the writer is filled with a kind of frenzy which gives an alluring charm and strikingness. It leads to loftiness of utterance, and so it is an indispensable device employed in a good composition. Kuntaka holds that a prakarna, episode or incident, is merely a desert. It is the emotions that infuse music of life in it. The talented writer creates such emotional states in the episodes of his composition. Longinus, affirming the role of such states, says that nothing makes so much for grandeur as true emotion in the right place, for it inspires the words as it were with a wild thirst of wild and mild enthusiasm and fills them with divine frenzy. This is why he prefers the Iliad to Odyssey and Demosthenes to Cicero. Like stately thoughts, stately emotions, it may be assumed also belongs to the loftiest souls, but they have to be true emotions and in the right place. Kuntaka values the emotional states for aesthetic transport which they cause. He therefore offers an artistic explanation for emotional appeal in the composition. It is worth mentioning here that Kuntaka accepts these emotional states merely as emotional utterances of the characters. To him, the emotional states are the responses of characters to various circumstances in human life which they are put in. He adds that such emotional flows are very important in Kavya to cause a great charm. Uttapadya Lavanya Vakrita, obliquity of modified source story, is another subvariety which is associated with the source of the Kavya. The pictures of life portrayed by the writers are not faithful copies accurately rendered in words. They are modified by a predominant imagination. They become striking by associated thoughts and images awakened by that imagination, or when they have effect of reducing multitudes to unity or succession to an instant. In this way, imagination plays an important role in transforming or changing the source material of the composition. The present subvariety is based on the writer's imagination. By it, he may change the detail of the source story to make the characterization more consistent. He may give a hint for future development. He may insert events of his own creation. Besides the invention of something new, he may significantly rearrange the source story. Now, the writer also aims at introducing universal element in the source story. He makes the kavya not more a mere reproduction of facts, but truths embedded with those facts that apply to all places and times. He has in his mind the things as they were or are, things as they are said or thought to be, and things as they ought to be. In other words, what is past or present, what is commonly believed, and what is the ideal. In this connection, Kuntaka views equate with those of Aristotle. Aristotle holds that it is not the function of the poet to relate what has happened, but what may happen, what is possible according to the law of probability or necessity. The writer and the historian differ not by writing in verse or prose, but the due difference is that the historian relates to what has happened while the poet holds what may happen. Kuntaka says that this imaginative or inventive change beautifies the episode so much that it being replaced with aesthetic delight appears to be the soul of composition. Consequently, a sensitive reader experiences an aesthetic. Kalidasa made use of Uttapadya Lavanya Vakrita, obliquity of modified source story, in the play Abhigyana Shakuntalam. His poetic genius, aided by his deep dramatic insight, quickly saw that the story, though simple and unromantic in its form, it was pre-eminently fitted to the nucleus of such dramatic situations and incidents as would stir up the hearts of the reader and produce a magical effect upon them. And who can say that he was wrong in his selection? If the reader reads this matchless drama again and again, it never loses its charms for him. He relishes it with renewed taste. His soul remains uplifted as he proceeds. The play becomes so much enraptured with its beauty that it is held fast as by a spell, and it is soon lost in the greater soul of the dramatist. Goethe's word that the soul is charmed, unraptured, feasted, and fed are literally true to this illustrious production of Kalidasa. What Kuntaka values most in Prakarana Vakrita is the mutual relationship in episode, which he calls Prakarana Upkarya Vakrita, Bhava Vakrita, obliquity of episodic relationship. Defining it, he writes that an organic unity which strikingly underlines various incidents described in different parts of the works leading to the intended end, each bound to other by a relationship of mutual assistance, reveals the essence of creative originality, which is most detectable in case of rare poetic geniuses who are endowed with the gift of extraordinary creative imagination. And here he seems that all incidents should be complementary to one another in kavya. They should assist one another mutually in achieving the intended end. The incidents do not have their existence in isolation in the composition, rather, they exist meaningfully by the relationship of mutual assistance. So, this is the first part of this next Vakrokiti, that is the Vakrokiti that is related to the episodes or Prakarna, the episodic Vakrokiti. So, we'll discuss the next part in the next lecture. Thank you very much.